As the Independent National Electoral Commission announces the date for the conduct of primaries for Osun State governorship elections, the fate of the incumbent governor, Adegboyega Oyetola, for a second term seems to hang in the balance as cracks between him and his predecessor, Rauf Adegboyega, widens. Already, some chieftains of the All Progressives Congress in Osun State have concluded plans to put paid to Oyetola's ambition. In his reaction, the Chief Press Secretary to Governor Isamil disagrees. Well, Isamil Omipidan, the Chief Press Secretary to the Osun State Governor, joins us in the studio to discuss the situation. Very warm welcome to Newsnight. I mean, this must be a very tough time for your principal and his entire, team in Osun State. But tell us, how does the governor plan to, survive these onslaughts coming from the man who brought him to prominence as governor of the state? I mean, the present minister of internal affairs, Rauf.
Interior.
Interior. Rauf Adegboyega. Yeah, I think I got that right.
Well, thank you very much. First, let me say with all sense of modesty that my principal, the incumbent governor of Osun, is not losing sleep over whatever you think is happening in the state. At any rate, he's more concerned about delivering on the promises he made to the people in 2018 when he was first elected governor. And I think so far it's done very well in keeping to those promises. Don't forget that he came in at a very difficult time. He came in when most of the stories you hear about the state appear in the negative. And so far, I think he's been able to restore the confidence, and most of what the people claimed were responsible for why they almost did not want the party to continue governing the state in 2018 had been, reviewed by the current governor. You talk about issue of a single uniform, which was a very serious campaign issue in 2018. That has been done away with. You talk about reclassification of schools. That has also been done away with. You talk about the issue of modulated salary, which some want to refer to as half salary. It's a thing of the past as far as the state is concerned. And it's also doing a lot in diversifying the economy of the state. As I speak to you, Osun is host to the largest gold refinery in the country. And I believe very strongly that at the appropriate time, the people of Osun and God will decide the fate of my principal.
But at the end of the day, you must agree with us that one man really cannot win an election on his own. He needs the backing of his political party that brought him into office in the first place. And from all indications right now, aside from Rauf Adegboyega, there are 3 prominent APC members in the state who have actually accused your principal of what they call politics of disunity. And they're saying for this reason, he will not return for a second term. How is your principal handling in terms of getting your party to come together, as he tries to work for the people of the state?
Well, let me also say that we just had the congresses of the party from the ward to the local government and up to the state level. And as I speak to you, the structure of the party is intact. Even though some party members are out there making spurious claims as far as the congresses were concerned, but from the national secretariat of the party, there is no issue as far as the congress that was held in Osun is concerned. And the party chairman is in person of Prince Famodo is still in charge of the party, and by convention and by the constitution of the party, the governor is the leader of the party. At any rate, most of the leaders of the party, talk of Chief Bisi Akande. He talked of the Igbimagba, the Elders Council, and all the former deputy governors of the state, and even the Interior Minister. To the best of my knowledge, up to this moment, I have not heard him say anywhere that he was not going to support my principle.
But okay, let's look at it critically. How is your governor, for example, reaching out, to the splinter group in Osun APC? That's not too far from what I'm
how is he reaching out? We are not averse to reconciliation.
So there is some cracks, some splinter groups there.
Even within the family.
No, the moment you say you're not averse to reconciliation, there is a problem.
No, yes, I'm not. I told you at the beginning that as far as the party is concerned, the party structure
is still in the hands of the governor. I mean, being the leader of the party in the state.
And the other notable leaders of the party. One of them is Baba Bisi Akande.
And what of his big cousin, Bola Ahmed Tinubu?
You are bringing Lagos to Osun. We are talking about Osun. We are not talking about Lagos.
But he's a leader of APC, a national leader of APC.
Especially if you look at the Southwest,
can you undermine his
No, you cannot. You cannot.
In the Southwest,
you cannot. There's no doubt about that. You cannot. But talking specifically about Osun, all the notable leaders.
Has he reached out to Bola Ahmed Tinubu? I mean, because of the splinter groups.
No, I'm aware. I'm aware that even long before now, there were meetings between Baba Akande, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, the Interior Minister, and my principal. Long before now, I'm aware that at least 1 or 2 meetings were held in that regard.
And what were the resolutions?
Well, I didn't attend the meeting.
You're the sponsman of the governor, and you must be the closest person to him.
Yeah, but sometimes when elders speak, you are not likely to be privy to, whatever has been discussed. But to the best of my knowledge, I believe very strongly that if you are going to take in terms of percentage, I think the majority of the party leaders are with the governor. Okay. As I speak.
You say they are with the governor, but you know what? If you look at the body language and some of the indications, it's not really, in tandem with what you're saying. But at the end of the day, it's still politics, and 2024 is still, far off. But at the end of the day, your principal did say he didn't know that governing Osun State was going to be easy. But are you telling us now that he's finding everything easy in terms of bringing the dividends of democracy that he had promised the Osun people before he became governor?
Yes, and again, don't also forget that there's this mystery about governance. And I think one of the things he has come to do is to demystify, governance. This is a man who has been governing Osun in the last 3 years without borrowing a dime from anywhere. And in spite of that, he's also, servicing the debts which we inherited. When he was coming in, nobody ever believed that we would be able to pay salaries. In the last 3 years, he's been paying salaries.
Well, the federal government gave
there was that bailout.
Yeah, the
and
bailout.
your IGR is one of the lowest in the Southwest.
Talking about the bailout you are talking about, they are just discussing about it. And that one would be specifically for infrastructure. We have not even got into that. I'm saying that from 2018 to date, we have not borrowed a dime from anywhere. And we have continued to live up to our obligation.
But increasing IGR is still a major challenge for your state.
It's
2022 next year, you go to the polls.
We are doing everything possible to improve on it. And if you look at what we inherited and what we have now, it's an improvement from what we met on ground.
Okay, but there's still room for improvement, you must agree.
Absolutely.
We'd have to say thank you so much for joining us tonight on the program. And of course, all the best in the forthcoming elections next year.
Thank you very much.